From Goodyear Heights to podcast listeners everywhere.
Welcome back to the Bull Sessions. Oh, guys, we're back. It's time to hear about our week, what's going on, all the bullshit in the world.
Yeah. There was enough this week, huh?
Man, let me tell you, boy, what a week, man. It was, we both talked about it towards the end of the week. It was just kind of like, dude, it was just a week. It was a week. There's no other way to explain it. It was just, I don't know, it was a week.
It was weird.
Yeah. You had downtime at work. I was out in the sample shop, which I'm typically not helping them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just a weird week. Had a couple of spells. So yeah, I mean it was. But you, however, Friday night was a pretty cool night for you.
Yeah, man. We kicked off the football season
Yeah.
and marching band season, which that's all I care about anymore. I don't give a shit about the football. I mean, granted, we played Firestone to open the season, and we destroyed Firestone.
You put foot and ass in that.
41-6, bro. But
What happened to Akron Public Schools football? We at least used to have that.
Man. But no, I had my moment, my dad moment, and I'm sure you'll experience it next year when the boy goes into marching band. The first game that he plays, you're gonna have probably a similar moment. But they introduce. In fact, I have the video. I'll send you. Maybe you can put it in.
You sent me a couple. I don't know if it's a
Yeah,
specific.
I'll send you the
Okay.
when they
Introduced
announce
her?
him in.
No.
And I can tell you, bro, like watching those kids come out and knowing both my girls are in there, and then having them line up, on the opposite side of the field and getting ready to play. And it's like, I had tears because I'm like, I only have 2 more years of this. Like this is beginning sophomore year. Awesome. I went through it last year because I'm like, I had that proud daddy moment and I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. My kids are doing something special. And this year it's like, I only got 2 years of this, man. Like,
Try to look at it though, like sweet. I still got 2 more years left,
right? And I thought about that after I cried.
I mean, it's well, and your reaction is good because it's weird you say that because there was a time earlier in the week because Ty started school this week.
Yeah.
Where I looked at him and I was like, this motherfucker looks grown. Like, he sounds grown. He looks grown. And I was like, and it made me start to realize that, like, it's gone.
In the blink, man.
I literally remember, picking that kid up. Like, I don't know. It was just, I totally get that because I looked at him and, not to blow his spot up, but he's been breaking out. So we've been having to wash his face too.
Sure.
But, he's a teenager now.
Yeah. Going through puberty.
But the voice, like even Jermaine, because sometimes what'll happen is I might take a break to grab something to eat when I'm playing Call of Duty, and Ty will actually jump in and play for me a couple matches, so I don't.
Oh, nice.
Log off. And even Jermaine said he was like, "Who the hell is that grown ass man?"
Yeah, I can imagine. That's what I thought when I talked to him the last time I stopped over at your house.
It's weird for me because like it gradually grows with me, so I don't see the. But it was just that one moment I was like, but not to cut your story off, but yeah. So I totally understand. You having that feeling. It's like, wait a minute, man. It's like, fuck.
I know.
They're sophomores now, and next thing you know, you're gonna be standing there, and they're gonna be getting their diploma, and then their life begins. And fuck, man.
We're already kind of in the beginning stages of talking about planning graduation party.
Yeah.
Even though we've got basically 3 years almost total.
Yeah, but
never too early to start thinking about it.
Well, and I mean they're in the same grade, right?
Right.
So that's a
I
double.
get to do one party.
Yeah, that'll make it nice, but it could be. Yeah, that would definitely be the easier way to do it.
We're gonna make it to where they both get their own shine.
Okay, I got you. That's kind of where I was.
Yeah,
but
we just want to do like one thing, and then because it's gonna be too much for everybody to get to 2 different ones.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I think we're just gonna do it at home. I'm gonna get like a tent thing out in the yard,
like
and we're gonna have the
canopy.
deck, and I just think we're gonna grill out and maybe do some pizza and stuff like that. And Obviously, that's tentative. It's probably going to change, but it's going to be fun. I think they're gonna have a good time with it, and when that time comes, I don't want to think too far ahead because I'll get all in my feels.
Yeah, definitely understand that.
And I now wonder. I had a conversation with my sister Friday night about it. She goes, "And you thought I was crazy for losing my stuff about my daughter graduating?" I'm like, "No, I never thought you were crazy. Just a good parent."
Yeah.
I'm like, I understand because I'm going through, and I've still got a lot of time left, but I'm like, these are things that aren't going to happen again until the boy gets, to that point. And who knows if he'll be interested in music or if he'll want to play football. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and you see that meme where they say, there comes that time where there'll be the last time where they reach up and ask you to pick them up.
Yep.
And, now Ty can lift me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I can't pick my little girl up anymore.
Yeah.
It's too much on my back.
I can't pick Ty up. That dude's 200 pounds. There's no fucking way I could pick his ass up, man. Like, I mean, he's got a little chub to him, but he's just a stocky, like, he's like I was. Like, he's just kind of a stocky kid, but
he's grown into his own, though.
Yeah, for sure. He's starting to get, I always said he was a sweet boy and shit, but he's starting to get that teenager attitude, though. Like, I had to check him on it this morning. I'm like, look, dude.
Yes. Welcome.
Yeah. So, but I also have to allow him that freedom to get that shit out and stuff like that.
Yeah, we deal with it. We deal with it.
Well, and it's like I had to deal, not that, my stepdaughter was awful, because she wasn't.
Sure.
She had some mental health issues for a little bit, but you having to deal with two teenage girls.
Girls. Yeah, it's a lot. I never.
And ladies, I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying you guys have to go through more of a hormonal change than us guys do. And I honestly couldn't imagine what that would feel like.
Right.
So, but I'm just saying, like, as a father, it's hard because you don't know how to, you know what I mean? Like, you don't really know what to do. It's like, I don't want to be overprotected, but I also don't want them to think I don't give a shit. And it's a minefield that you have to watch, and you don't know when you're gonna, step on a mine or make it through.
Yeah, but not only that for me, but it's like dealing with boyfriends, and I never knew. I mean, I had a cousin that played in band from middle school through high school. She went to college and played in band, met her husband in high school playing in band, but I never knew the amount of goddamn drama that goes into band, dude.
Oh, yeah.
The bullshit I hear from my kids, it's like, what the fuck is this shit?
It's no different than any other thing in life, man.
It's literally
just a different corner of the room.
I just laugh at it. I'm going, this is so trivial. In like 2 years, you're not going to care.
You're not even going to remember.
No. You're not, but I just laugh. I'm like, all right, have fun. Just enjoy it now.
Right. Yeah, man, they definitely grow up quick. Time goes by fast.
It does.
But yeah, on that note, I seen this new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend it for you guys. No spoilers here. I won't do that, but some of your favorite characters was in there.
Oh,
dude,
nice.
I can tell you this, man. It's one of the best MCU movies I think they've made to date. And I would say, no, this might be recency biased, but off first watch, it's the best Spider-Man movie they've made.
Really?
It's so good. And all of these Tom Holland ones have been great.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a great Peter Parker and a great Spider-Man. But this one had a real deep emotional, psychological attachment to it that I think, I don't know, it was good. Everybody knows that I mean, if you haven't seen it, this is a spoiler, but this is on you. But in the last one, in order to save MJ and everybody, he had to wipe their memories of him.
Right. No Way Home.
Yeah, and
that's a good flick.
It was. That's what's crazy about these Tom Holland ones is they progressively got better since the first one. Like the second one, people don't talk about it a lot, but Michael Keaton played the Vulture. and he was so good at that.
Yeah.
And they just progressively got better, and this one was no different. I was actually mad that I waited so long to go see it, actually.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to bring it up because obviously we know Bob here is a huge wrestling fan, but we seen the trailer for Street Fighter.
Yeah.
They had a really cool part of the preview where it showed Guile walking in, and I immediately thought of you because there's a couple of wrestlers in this bad boy.
Yeah.
So
Cody and Roman.
Yeah, Roman playing Akuma, and it's that's gonna shape up to be. That's the one thing I think that these video game movies are finally realizing is they're not taking themselves too seriously.
Right.
Like a part of it was the hokiness of them.
Yeah.
And they're embracing that in these. I actually think it's going to be a good movie. I want to see that one in the theater,
I do too.
man. I think it's going to be good. I mean, the new Mortal Kombat movies, even though it's come with mixed reviews, I felt like they were both good movies. So they're definitely in the right path.
Yeah.
For that. And it's good to see. I would really like and no offense to you, but for these wrestlers to have secondary careers because we see what extended periods of wrestling does to these guys' bodies. I mean, look at some of these guys. And I just, I hate, that's why I like to see them go out on their own, like The Rock and like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And it's like, do it before, you're trying, too hard and you're getting in there. Like, some of them, perfect example, like Andre the Giant. Like,
right.
I mean, as much as we love that guy, he should have quit wrestling 2 or 3 years before he finally
did. Well, his back was so wrecked.
They had to bring him in a fucking cherry lift and shit because he couldn't walk down the aisle.
Yeah, his back was so bad.
It was just, it's nice to see these guys get opportunities to have secondary careers so they don't have to rely on wrestling for the rest of them. And again, not to say that, like, I think it's a much needed and a very overlooked sports entertainment that is so physical. I mean, if we're being honest, outside of boxing and MMA, there's nothing more physical.
I saw a TikTok video yesterday from when they were in Minneapolis for SummerSlam last month, and or this month. Whatever it was just a couple weeks ago.
I think it was the end of July.
But, or no, beginning of August.
Oh, no, it was the beginning of August. That's right.
My memory's getting to be shit anymore.
I forgot it's the 23rd of August.
I know, dude, it's
bitch.
gone
I thought
by
it was
like
the 12th. Anyways, go ahead.
But it was Roman backstage, and who does he come across but Justin Jefferson of the Minnesota Vikings?
Oh, shit.
And he goes, bro, I just want to give you mad props for doing what you do and putting your body out there. He goes, I can't imagine I couldn't have imagined what you guys go through until I saw it up close.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's amazing. He goes, I think it's harder than football.
Oh, I didn't WWE wrestled, but I did wrestle, and I played football. And that type of wrestling,
Roman Greco
was 10 times harder than football. The people don't like. I used to tell this, like, it's amazing that you like. The amount of training,
right?
Conditioning, and stuff that you have to do to wrestle one person for 6 minutes.
Crazy.
It's intense. It was one of the most intense trainings, and my freshman year I actually threw shot put and discus in track too.
Damn.
I tried to play. I was always slow, so there was no chance of that. But, I did do that for my freshman. I was not good at it. Just so you know, you don't have to worry about that. I was not good at that. Hence why I only did it my freshman year. And basketball, I was only good at when I became an adult. Well, the problem is I lifted a lot for football, and that throws your shot off.
Oh, of course.
Like if you're just doing it for rep wise, that's fine because you're keeping it. But we were getting strength.
Oh yeah.
So the weight would constantly go. And I just sucked. But really, it was wrestling, and like I said, the amount. Like Ty wanted to wrestle at one point, and I didn't want to discourage him. But I had to tell him. I said, "Look, bro, wrestling is great because at the end of the day, that's 1-on-1.
Right.
That's you versus them. If they win, they were better than you that day. Not that they're better than you."
Right.
But on that day, they were better than you at your sport.
Right.
I said, but I'm warning you, the practicing and the training is nothing to fuck with.
No.
It's typically in above 95-degree rooms because you have to make weight.
Right.
Again, there's a lot of conditioning, and it's not like typically for wrestling, you would have an hour to 2 hours practice, and it wasn't until the last 20 minutes that you would be in wrestling matches practicing.
Oh, damn.
Up to that point, it's duck walks, which is it's we had these ones where by the end of the season, you had to be able to lean against the wall for 2 minutes. And that's with your back against the wall in the crouch position.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Because you have to hold those positions in wrestling.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of running, and it was just, it's not for everybody. I mean, I ain't going to lie. I loved wrestling. But when I got to high school, there was times I was like, I don't know if I'm capable of doing this shit. Now, I did stick it out.
I'd rather play football.
Oh.
Even
football, you get breaks. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Even
you get breaks.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand. Like, the whole point. The difference with football is you're getting the breaks.
Right.
In wrestling, you have to build that stamina because it's 3 2-minute periods. And for you guys thinking 2 minutes ain't shit, right now, without training, go out and wrestle with your brother, your sister, your kids for 2 minutes and tell me that by 30 seconds you aren't wanting to tap the fuck out.
Or, be so winded. I need oxygen.
Bro, I can tell you, as a teenager who practiced extensively and played football, so got that conditioning, there were moments in the first period by a minute 30, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. And now when you go to regular wrestling, or I don't want to say regular, but the WWE, you get all of the same moves because, guys, they do the same moves.
Yeah, a lot.
But they add the acrobatics and the flying and the more physical aspect to it.
Yeah.
It makes it 10 times harder, and those guys do not get the respect that they deserve. They're, again, outside of like MMA, maybe rugby, because them guys beat the fuck out of each other.
That, man.
Oh, as a football player, I'm like, I could never do that.
Most
pads and shit.
Most football players say the same thing too.
There ain't no fucking way. I loved football, and I was okay at it. I never wanted to do that shit. I'm like, no, thank you.
No, sir. I'll take a hard, as Randy Jackson said, that's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog. Yeah, I'm not. Fuck that. Like I said, I had to endure wrestling. I did tryouts for baseball, but at the time I had a girlfriend that wanted me to spend more time with her, and I was a teenager and I had hormones.
Sure.
And I was like, I already wrestle, I already play football, I already did track.
Don't need baseball.
Yeah, I'm good. I wouldn't have made it very far anyway. Like, I could hit the shit out of a ball, and I could throw hard, but it wasn't.
The problem I had my freshman year with baseball was I unfortunately missed a Saturday practice. And I know you remember who Coach Reed was. He also taught how. Yeah, I hated that fucking guy. Fuck you, by the way, you bastard.
You do realize he was also our JV head coach for football.
Yeah, he was a prick.
He got me in trouble in his class. I'll tell that story after this.
But anyways, I missed a Saturday practice for baseball because I had prior commitments on Saturday mornings. Bowling.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I had been bowling a lot longer than I had been playing baseball. And I went to school Monday, and he pulled me into his classroom, which was right across the hall from homeroom. I had Ritzko for homeroom.
Oh, yep. That was right down there into the hallway because Miss Copeland was down there. Yep.
Kaplan, Copeland, those two.
Yep.
But he pulled me in. He's like, well, you got a decision that you got to make. It's either this or this. And I said, well, dude, my parents pay for this, and I'm much better at doing this than this. And I was a pretty good baseball player. Yeah. I said, so my decision's easy. You're not making this, like, difficult for
this
me.
Isn't it?
No. Because at the end of the day, when you break it down, my parents are paying for me to do this. Yeah. And I am a fantastic bowler, and that's what I'm going to do. So I basically walked out and said, all right, that's it.
Yeah.
And I was fine with it because, like I said, that was my path for the longest time. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll go pro because I was pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Speaking of Coach Reed was cool. I mean, he had his moments, but he did kind of, he held his athletes to a higher standard, which, all right, whatever. But I'll tell you a story about that. It was my freshman or sophomore year, and I actually had him for history.
I had him for history, too. Or no, health. Sorry, I had him for health.
you know me, like when I learn something, I like to find moments when I can bring it up.
Yeah.
And we were talking about something, and he goes, "We've all heard the story 1,000 years. You know, settlers came over, they worked with the Indians and all that." And I raised my hand and I said, "Can I ask you a question, Coach Reed?" Because I still call him Coach Reed,
Yeah.
not Mr. Reed.
Sure.
And he goes, "Sure." And I said, "If I come to your house and I say, hey, this is a nice house. This is my house now. Does that make it my house?"
Right.
And he said, "Well, no." I said, "Then how did the settlers?" And he said, "Outside now."
Oh, really?
Kicked me out of his class.
Oh, for God's sake.
I was like, whatever. I sat in the hallway. Luckily for me, Jermaine was in the class over, so he came out in the hallway and we just talked for the rest of the period.
There you go.
But what I'm getting at is then that wasn't even the punishment.
Oh, no.
It was football season.
How many laps were you running?
Oh no, you remember the hills.
Oh, no. How much did you puke?
25 up and downs.
Yeah. it's
So
not bad.
1, 2, 3. And needless to say, he got his point across. But I remember being in the hallway and there being commotion in there. So I at least started a fire in that classroom when I said that. So, and there's truth to that, you know, like I don't, you know, again, we've mildly touched on it, but history is only told by the winners. Sure. The truth never comes out. And, you know, again, I find it hard to believe that you find something.
Yes.
That somebody was already here.
But that just proves to you that when we were in high school, you know, we were kind of like, you know, the boot was on the throat to keep us kind of from asking those questions.
Line,
yeah. And now I feel like it's more pushed to be like, ask those questions.
Yeah. I agree with that. I think it is a little bit more open. I think we were the generation that was trying to push it that way. We started to question it and just say, fuck it, we'll take our licks.
Right.
So we were kind of the ones that busted open the door for y'all to walk in. But,
the kids
you
know,
I mean, it was the same. Like I got kicked out of a math class in 9th grade because I was able to figure out an equation without writing it down because the teacher couldn't.
Because,
yeah.
Really?
Well, I don't remember. I apologize. I don't remember what teacher it was.
Yeah.
And they were only there for my freshman year. But they said that, like, they were good at math, but they always had to write it down. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Some people don't have to write it down.
But there's certain things in math, I just don't have to write it down. Like, I just can figure it out in my brain. And I remember it vaguely. We were in class, and the teacher was like, I have this equation. Who wants to come up and solve it? And I raised my hand, and I just gave the answer. And they were like, that's not what I asked. Do the work. I said, well, I
did it in my head.
I mean, I did it in my head. I said, I'll come up and do it. I said, but I did it. He said, that's not what I asked you. I said, no, what you said was, because I got him. I said, no, what you said was, who knows the answer to this ?
Yes.
Who wants to come up and do the work? I answered the first question. I just didn't touch that second one.
Right.
And I'll never forget the teacher said, that's impossible. You have to work it out to get the answer. I said, no. If I understand the order of operations, and there's not a lot of variables, it's easy. It's for me. Like, and I made that a point. I said, for me, I got kicked out of class.
That's so stupid, man.
I never got in trouble for it because the counselor was like, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I'm like, look, man, sorry.
Yeah, I know the answer.
I'm good at math. Like, I don't.
There's
a fucking reason I'm an engineer.
Yeah, I wish I was.
You know what I mean?
Suck at math.
I'm good with numbers. I just am. Like, I don't know. But you know what? It's one of the good things I got from my dad because he was a genius when it came to numbers.
Wow.
Like, he just, and I guess I inherited that shit.
That's good.
Yeah.
Look what it's done for you, though, career-wise.
I mean, I don't make terrible money.
Right.
I mean, I'm definitely. I just seen a new thing that came out a couple of weeks ago where I'm at.
Yeah.
Individually, I'm still considered middle class.
Yeah.
And together, me and Rhiannon would still be considered middle class.
Yeah.
And I will say this: we make over 100 a year.
Yeah.
But we still live paycheck to paycheck
Sure.
because gas is $4.15 a fucking gallon.
I know.
And my groceries went from 280 to 360 a week.
Right.
It's just
It's ridiculous, man.
oh, everything is so expensive.
So
I get tired of talking about that, but it doesn't ease up. You know, and minimum wage, we have the lowest minimum wage in the world. I mean, out of freestanding, you know, free countries, we have one of the lowest minimum wages. And it's just like, I don't know, man.
It's
people
ridiculous.
need to be able to make a fucking living and live on their
Well, I
own,
mean,
like-
you can't expect to live off. I mean, no offense, even if it's $10 an hour, could you
can't-
live off $10 an hour?
Not on
No.
your own. They said a thing now that $20 an hour would barely get you a studio apartment in
New
a
York,
place like Ohio now.
really?
Like you would be able to do it, but the extra money would be very small.
Yeah.
But
Well, I know what I know what I pay a month for my mortgage, and I can't imagine. I mean, what I pay for my house is still cheaper than what people are paying for a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment, and I'm going, how?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it's literally cheaper to have
it
a mortgage.
is, but it's also there's a lot more red tape. There's
Sure.
a lot more shit you got to go through.
all
you
your
got to have good
utilities,
credit.
Yeah.
There's a lot more that goes into it. But I agree with you. You know, it would definitely be better to try to buy and especially the dope part is no matter how old you are, if you're a first time buyer, there's a lot of shit out there that can really help you.
Big time.
But yeah, I don't know. Just shit's so like it's just
Dog food.
yeah, I mean just I'm just like I look at shit and I'm like, why? Like, you mean to tell me that the shit you're putting into this costs that much more than it did 20
doesn't.
years ago? No, the problem is we have podcasts and YouTube and content creation, so they have to pay billions of dollars to market this shit,
Mhm.
and they got to make that money up somehow. So we have to eat that cost, and it's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
I know I got dog food yesterday. Yes, yesterday. We went and got dog food. And if you think about it, like, you used to be able to get a 50-pound bag, right? For like $22, $23. Now it's a 45-pound bag for $28.
You get 5 pounds of less. For
So you get less for
$5
more. Yeah, it's like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, and I got 2 fucking horses. Like, they eat, like, I mean, you've seen my dogs.
Yep.
They're big dogs.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, it's. I mean, the treats that we get our dogs alone.
Yeah.
Because we give the older one Cosequin,
Okay.
because that helps. It helps all dogs' joints and stuff as they
Yep.
get older. But it's really, really good for pitties.
Yeah.
Um.
We did something similar for
Oh,
Dodge.
dude, it literally changed destiny. But we get that. That's like $50 for the big family size.
Yeah.
We get them dental chews because both of my dogs' breaths smell like death.
Hot breath.
So we get them those, and then we get treats, for them that are more like organic, more shit that they can eat, stuff
Yep.
like that. But yeah, it's and all of that together. If we were to go at one, it would be about $100 for
Fuck.
4 different. And it's like, dude,
Yeah.
they're dogs,
Right.
Like,
For dogs.
But what the fuck? I spoil my dogs. What can I say?
Yeah, me too. We do the same. We love our puppies.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do without them.
Right.
They're my heroes.
I'm like extra freaking like twitchy and uncomfortable today. I don't know why.
I wonder if I don't know. The weather's been gloomy the
yeah,
last
it's
2
been-
days.
yeah.
And I think that might just. And maybe we're a little antsy. Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, I think I have a good reason as to why, but
Oh, because of yesterday. Yeah, you can allude to that a little bit if you want, because we had been talking about it and it had been a while, so it might be worth bringing up. I
Oh.
thought you were talking about your Disney.
what
spell.
happened? Yeah.
That's what I thought you were talking about. You
Yeah, I
hadn't had one in
I
forever.
I had a dizzy spell Wednesday at work.
Yeah.
And it's been like 9.5 months since I'd had one. And it was weird because it kind of was like this all day, like teetering, and felt pretty crappy all day. And finally at like 5 after 4 on Wednesday, I was like, and it lasted for like a minute, and then it went.
Well,
it was
that's
gone.
I mean, let's be thankful that it went
Yeah.
very quickly, but again, the thing that people don't think about is now for the next month and a half, you're like, fuck, I had one, so now I gotta fucking pay more attention.
Exactly.
That's where the anxiety and shit comes in. It's like, okay, sweet, it went away, but fuck, I hadn't had one in 9.5 months. What is that telling me?
So the one thing I finally saw, not to be gross, but I blew my nose. It's getting to be that time of year.
See, I think yours is closely related to your sinus issues.
So a little bit colored in the discharge of the nose, the mucus. So I've been doing and I hadn't done nasal spray for a few days because that helps, like with the inflammation in my sinuses.
Right.
So I went back to going to use it every day.
Yeah, when I first was getting this shit in my ear, that's what my doctor said. He said, get some Flonase, get some. So I tried the over-the-counter shit. It didn't really work. So he got me some of the prescription shit.
Yeah, that's what I have.
And it worked, but it did nothing.
Yeah.
Because this was before I realized I had Meniere's and I went to ENT. It was doing nothing for that. But I was breathing better, so that was nice. But yeah, I went through all that trying to fix my ear before I finally found out what the fuck it is. But real quick, we can add... tomorrow I go for my first ear injection, so we'll see how that fucking
you have to
goes.
let me know how that goes, man.
Yeah, I definitely will. I took a half day. Luckily, I've talked about this, and my job's pretty cool about working from home and doing that stuff. So rather than have to take 3 more days off, I'm taking half days for them, and then
that's a good thing. And you're working from home those days?
Yeah, I'm gonna work from home tomorrow. I work 7 to. I only have to work 7 to 11, but it'll probably be. I try. You know me. I like to get my work done, so it'll be a little bit after. But Rhiannon took a half day, thankfully, and she's going to drive me up there because they're not sure if I'm going to have a
vertigo spell.
Yeah, spell from it. He said he doesn't think so, but you never know. Want to risk it because it's 40 minutes away, and it's like we don't want to risk that shit. But.
Nope. Yeah, I was lucky. Like I said, I drove home Wednesday. My sister was on the phone with me. I talked to her the whole way home. And she was like, well, you've been diagnosed with BPPV, so it just decided to say hello.
And that's the thing that you read about, the specialists tell us, the doctors tell us, is it just does, it's like cancer. It just
do
shows
what
up,
it do.
Yeah, it's just, it's going to either be like, yeah, I'm taking a 9-month vacation.
Yep.
Or it's like, you know what, I'm having a bad week. You're getting 40 this week.
Double middle finger to you.
And that's in the same. I've been having a couple of mild ones throughout the week, and I had a medium one yesterday, and then like kind of like a tattoo needle. They were just slow, kind of tapping.
Oh my god!
All the way up till I went to bed. But when I woke up, I actually
felt good.
Well, I've told you that on good days, a lot of times when I wake up, it's real like loud and heavy in my ear, and then as I wake up and I get to, oiling the limbs and moving around and getting everything going, it starts to fade a little bit, and today was one of those situations.
Oh, good.
So
good.
I seem to be feeling all right now, which I'm glad. Like I said, I went and seen that movie, and because I'd been having these, like you said, it's the anticipation. Like, okay, when I was like, man, don't let me have one in the movies when I'm here, having fun with Ty, and then I always think, on the way home, then my next thought was, okay, I know I'm going to have one of these in the next couple of days. Let it be this afternoon or tomorrow afternoon and not in the morning when we're fucking recording this or something like that. And I had the one, it was about an hour after we got home, a little bit before I was going to make dinner. And
that sucks.
When you told me that, I was like, oh my God, my heart sank. I was like, Jesus Christ, this dude was on a fucking record run here. Like he was getting... Well, and then it had to be like, hey, guess what? I'm still here, kicking the dick.
Yeah, really, literally. I've noticed that with, again, it's this time of year, the sinuses are getting a little more, because we're getting towards fall in Ohio. But I've noticed my right ear that I had the issue in before. I've got a little bit of pressure, which I've had off and on my whole entire life. So, again, is it not? Who knows? Not a doctor. I know that it went away after a minute or so, and I felt really good Thursday, like just normal Thursday. Friday, Yesterday, felt okay. Today, so far, so good.
No, we'll take it.
I'll take it.
I mean, you got to take the wins when you can get them.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do?
with Jelly Roll, with his song, Winning Streak. I need to be on a winning streak.
Yep.
So,
gotta count the wins.
Speaking of songs.
Uh-oh, is it that time?
It's time, I think, for some shuffling.
Shuffle it. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go first. Right, hell yeah, go first.
Let me get into my songs here. And let me turn this down.
Boom, boom, boom.
Shuffle. And pause. Oh, wait a minute. Hit the wrong button. All right, so.
Uh-oh.
I it's all hip hop today, guys.
Oh, okay.
So the first one I'm gonna go with is I had recently talked about this, but the Clipse had come out when I told you I said I think this might be in my top 5 when it came out. It's by the Clipse. It's off the album Let God Sort 'Em Out, but it's called By the Grace of God. It's a good song. That's the first one, which ironically is by the Clipse. And guess what song number 2 is? It is also by the Clipse.
Oh, nice.
Who would have thought this? But this was off of their last album before the one brother decided to quit rap.
Oh, okay.
And this last album they released, it had been 16 years that
they
came out together. More popular song people know, it's called Keys Open Doors. And they're not talking about the doors you open in your house.
Oh.
They're talking about kilos, money, keys open doors.
Yes.
And then I have If I Die Tonight by Tupac off of Me Against the World. You remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heart palpitation from the anxiety.
Then I have a song from Bun B, who was part of UGK.
Nice.
Called Myself featuring Run the Jewels. And then for number 5, I have Buffalo Bill by Eminem off of Relapse Reloaded.
Nice.
So it was an all hip hop. Most of you guys won't be surprised at that, but that's my shuffle it for today. Now I want to hear what Bob's is.
Yeah. We're going to start off with Dying Breed by Five Finger Death Punch. That's off War is the Answer.
We were just talking about them before that episode started.
And then we're going to go to Bow Down by West Side Connection. Right. Let's see. Number 3. It's a live version. I'm not doing live versions.
Yeah, there's certain things like that I get. Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. No live versions, no skits,
live versions,
no intros.
No intros.
All right, so this one's called America Burning by Shinedown.
Ooh, I like Shinedown.
Let's see, that's 3. So number 4, we're okay. We're going a little bipolar with this one. It's a Great Day to Be Alive by Travis Tritt. So
man, yeah, that's
a country. Yes, sir. And let's see. Oh, because I like oldies, 60s music. Flowers and Beads by Iron Butterfly.
Oh, Iron Butterfly.
Yeah. In a Garden of Eden.
In the Garden of Eden. It has one of my absolute favorite solos in any song ever. Right. In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. Guys, this is a staple in music. If you're a rock fan, you know Iron Butterfly and In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, which is them saying In the Garden of Eden really fast. But, man, that was a good... Yours was much better than mine. Mine was all like... Yeah, son. You know what I mean? Like, it was in your face.
Mine was...
Like, when I looked at it, like, I scrolled down a little bit. I'm not kidding you. First 20 songs was all hip-hop.
Wow. I wouldn't expect anything less, honestly.
I mean, me neither, but I also like for people to see that I'm not just the hip-hop kid, you know?
Right.
I am the hip-hop kid, but I'm not just the hip-hop kid.
Right.
But I guess it's time for me... I guess I got to do my...
Break out the paper.
My... I gotta figure out where to go because I don't want to. All right, I got it.
Okay.
Are you sure you're ready?
I'm ready. Let's get to the joke.
How does a bald man run his fingers through his hair?
I don't know.
He cuts holes in his pockets.
Oh my god.
And on that note, see you next sesh. Hey guys, I just want to take a minute here to talk about mental health awareness. It's something that me and my wonderful co-host Bob also suffer from. I seek therapy. We both have medications, and I just want everybody to know that if you're listening to this and you hear this, that there are people that care. There are other people like you, And don't hold that stuff in. Talk to somebody, let it out, because suicide is never the answer. If you're starting to feel some type of way, you think you're going to hurt yourself, or you don't feel like you have a support group, guys, please call or dial 988. It's the hotline for help. And if you're a veteran, which, mind you, 22 veterans commit suicide a day, guys. I mean, it's just not a good thing. If you're a veteran and you're struggling, please reach out. There are a lot of us that appreciate what you've done for us, and you need to know that there's help for you too. So if you're a veteran, dial or call 988 and press 1, and that helps veterans. And remember, you're not alone.